After the somewhat thematically unfortunate MSQ, we poured back here to the Lane's Mill Way Shrine in Glenumbra, and we walk like so down here, and we now arrive at the Red Rook camp. I believe, technically speaking, there is some kind of quest for the Red Rook camp, although that isn't really why I came here. Apparently, we can talk to a Daggerfall guard near the manor. I guess we clear these out to try to collect some experience early on. We're very much in the phase where we're trying to change keybinds all the time to find an optimal way how to go. At level 11 here. We can claim that, put it in stem. And we get some more free stuff from the crown shop, which is awesome. Oh. Yeah, of course, a game like this is incredibly adjacent and close to a game like Diablo 2 or Diablo 3 in terms of pure grind combat. So we might as well just
Red Rook bandits are holding
embrace that early on. Sounds like you need a plan.
I always have a plan. These Red Rooks make use of trained wolves to guard their camp. Increases their confidence, I suppose. It also makes them careless. That's where my plan comes in.
What are you suggesting?
I need someone who can get in quietly, grab some wolf's woe, and take it to the hostages. With that plant, the hostages can walk out without attracting the attention of the wolves. The hostages are locked in a house, so you also need to find a key.
I'll get the wolf's woe and the key.
We can help once you get those nobles out. My guards are itching to hunt down those brigands. Just be careful, and good luck.
Anything else you can tell me?
The wolf's woe grows all around here, so it should be easy to acquire. As for the key, grab a Red Rook uniform and look around. The disguise should fool the bandits, but watch out for the wolves. Otherwise, shake a few bandits until a key falls out.
Traveler, there's trouble ahead. Bandits. You should turn back. We can't guarantee your safety.
I found this note under Illesan Tower.
Red Rooks under Illesan Tower? These bandits continue poking their noses where they don't belong. Thanks for letting us know. It provides context to this attack, and now we can watch for any reinforcements from the tower. Be careful out there. Red Rook bandits might be anywhere.
I'm not afraid of bandits.
We've got another brave one here, do we? Well, if you're so tough, you should talk to the...
It seems like we already have the key. It's probably beneficial to do the fights rather than to avoid them, so I'm not gonna put on the disguise.
Burn it!
It's all interesting design choices. To make the traps take out like 33% of your life, or take down like 33% of your life. Or take you down to 66% of your life. And then to have all the guards surrounding the traps meaningless. It's a choice. We have here Schemes of the Reach Mage. Schemes of the Reach Mage by Gabrielle Benelli, Wizard. As the official Mages Guild representative to the Lions Guard's effort to stop the Reach Mage known only as Angoff the Gravesinger, I have decided to record my findings and speculations in case anything untoward happened to me while I'm out in the field. Who knew that the work of the Mages Guild could be so dangerous or so exciting? Anyway, this is accurate. Okay. And up to date as of the time that I write this. Anything that turns out to be proven false or revealed at a later date, I'll have to deal with in a later volume. Unless I can devise a spell that automatically updates my writing. No. I need to focus on one thing at a time. Angoff has a number of associates helping him to complete his plans. I think he calls them minions. Let's review the ones I suspect to be working with this vile necromancer. Fulci, who seems to be associated with weird creatures and has launched an assault on Camlorn, appears to me to be following the orders of a more powerful individual. I believe that individual to be Angoff, but I have no proof of this connection as yet. The Bloodthorn cult obviously has ties to Angoff. Whether he leads the cult or not is simply a member I haven't yet determined. But I'm positive that the two are connected. The cultists scour the land for relics and items of power, and they seem to count a large number of necromancers as part of their order. I wouldn't be surprised if they had ties to some Daedric prince or other. Moloch Baal, if I had to hazard a guess. Daedra too appear to be arrows in Angoff's quiver. He casts them out into the world as a farmer throws seeds into the world. I'm sure there are more of Angol's minions hiding in plain sight, but anything else I put forth at this point would be beyond pure speculation. Instead, let me turn to what I have discovered about the Reach Mage himself. First, he seems to be poisoning the land in some way. The vile vines that grow wherever he has passed demonstrate how foul his magic pollutes the countryside. His very name, Gravedinger, speaks to his fascination and fluency with death magic. Death and decay are his domains, and he seeks power over life and death. His followers consider him a strong and persuasive leader. Many of them would literally die to please him. Such devotion isn't healthy, and I find it more than a little scary that someone could have such an effect on people. Angoff seeks to cause as much chaos and mayhem as possible. Beyond that, I'm not sure of his ultimate motives. Has he come to Glenumbra to conquer us or destroy us? And in the end, does that distinction even matter? All I know is, we have to find a way to stop him. We have to. Well, I'll have to pick this up again at a later time. At a later date. Now I have to head out and meet up with the Lion Guard at their redoubt near Cath Bedral. Let's see if I can apply the knowledge that I've gathered to the task at hand. Looks like the last of the Wolf's Woe. We address the hostages. Neatly stuffed away here. We have the dog on us. Dog's down. It's too bad.
Someone approaches. Worry not, my dove.
Alright, some beats, some sacks, some more disguises. I seem to be missing something here. I'm kind of reluctant to look at the map because that is going to really prolong the process. We have here Ghosts of Glenumbra by Jean Duttall. Glenumbra is notorious for being haunted. It is important to explain what I mean by haunted. Not every undead is a haunt. Only ghosts can cause a haunting. Ghosts are the spirits of people who were once as alive as you or I. When they died, they refused to leave. If at any point you experience the dark effects of necromancy, know that this is not a haunting and should be reported to the proper authorities. Everyone in Glenumbra has a tale to tell about a spook, specter, or haunt. You need only ask. Without a doubt, the most haunted place in Glenumbra are the moors northwest of Alcroft. As everyone knows, this was the site of the Battle of Glenumbria Moors in the First Era. This great battle saw the near-simultaneous destruction of both the Alessian Order and the Darimni Elves on one field of battle. Such a tragedy suffuses this place with spectral energy, wandering the moors. Many travelers report hearing the sounds of conflict in the distance. The second most haunted place in Glenumbra is directly related to the first. Cath Betrod and the burial mound surrounding it began as a mass grave for the fallen soldiers of the Battle of Glenumbria Moors. It is advised that you do not stray into the cemetery during times of heavy fog. Ghostly lights and moans have been reported there. While some consider the woodlands of Dania to be haunted, this is actually a misconception. Many spirits of nature, including the famed guardians, inhabit the vale and forest. These are not ghosts, for they were never people. These creatures were born as spirits and should be treated with the respect they deserve. Harkening from Glenumbria's past of feudal division, the countryside is dotted with ruins and castles, each of which you could probably find someone to tell you a spooky story about. In particular, the ruins at Balebone Rock, the ruins at Baleborn Rock, and Dresden Keep have many a local legend surrounding them. Of all the haunted sites in Glenumbra, I would give strongest caution against a trip to the village of Westry. Westry suffered some form of terrible magical event that has left it infested with the undead. It is not safe, nor would I suggest anyone go ghost hunting there. Alright. Not as paradisical as the political extremists in Oradon. I have 4 disguises there. Seems like maybe we press reload AI, maybe. Or UI, I guess. Nothing. Yeah, and then it marks them as being inside, and I believe we saw them running outside. Obviously. Is it the case that we just entered at the worst time possible? I don't know. These traps are really doing a number. That's 2 traps and we're down to 33% health. That's quite a bit.
Worry not, my dove.
Please don't
Another
get
bandit in my house? Have at thee, I say! How was that?
I'm here to rescue you.
Sound fearsome?
This wolf's woe will allow your family to avoid the wolves and get away.
What a daring rescue! This is quite exciting. Look, everyone, we have Wolf's Woe. This will be an adventure. Those ruffians came by boat. Ingenious, really. Slip in from the water, strike caravans on the road, then sail away. But the guards showed up and the bandits set traps on my estate. Clear those traps, or it'll be too dangerous for us to leave.
I'll clear a path. You slip away.
I know. Take my hunting horn. It's upstairs. Then clear the traps and create a diversion. Set something on fire. That should keep the Red Rooks too busy to notice us. Sound the horn to signal us that it's safe. Meanwhile, I'll untie the others.
Wait here and listen for the horn.
A moment, friend.
I'll have you free in no time, my love.
I guess we accept this quest here.
Please excuse my husband. He gets so
It's quite
enthusiastic.
tangly. Are you injured?
No, thank Mara. The only thing I regret losing is my jewelry box. It's a family heirloom. The rest we can replace. I'm just thankful we're alive.
Where's the jewelry box?
The bandit leader, an orc named Tharkul, he took it. The box only opens if you're a member of the family. I told him, but he didn't care. If you retrieve it, I can arrange a reward.
I'll find your jewelry box. Which is not
Once
some
you
kind of
acquire my
metaphor.
lockbox, please hold on to it until we're safely away from those dastardly bandits. And do be careful. I'd hate to think that someone got hurt trying to help me.
You said that only members of your family can open the lockbox.
Yes, my ancestor had the box made to protect her valuables while she was at sea. The box was tied to her blood, so that only her or her descendants could open it. It's been passed down from mother to daughter ever since.
What's inside the lockbox?
Why, jewelry, of course. Specifically, it contains the Noelle signet rings and the rings of the families that have joined with us through marriage. We carefully organize and store the rings in the box. Many of these rings go back generations.
Alright. It's quite strange that it flips to a quest completely unrelated to this one. Burn the longboat. Burn the archery platform. Alright. Might have missed something, but I'm not entirely certain why we're burning their boats.
Go around!
We haven't seen them run out of the manor. I guess they did.
I assumed that horn was a signal when I saw the nobles run out. Good thinking.
Looks like the nobles got out safely.
Well done. With the nobles safe, my guards can storm the camp without worry. We won't have any trouble rounding up the rest of these Red Rook thieves. Here, compliments of the Daggerfall Watch.
Alright. Subsequently, we pursue Lady Aloysius' lockbox. We go up this way. See if we can have a bite to eat. We do some of this experience scroll stuff. Do we have some? What is this? What is this? Is this medium? Have some kind of XP scroll thing. Seems like we're finally getting rid of some of those. We have here varieties of fate, the orcs. A lore book discovered. Varieties of Faith, the orcs. By Brother Mikhail Arkuxor of the Imperial College. The orcs acknowledge the existence of many other gods, but they only worship one. Malakath, or Moloch, Orc Father, the Great Chief. Orcs revere Moloch as the first orc and live by the Code of Moloch, which dictates such matters as honor and vengeance. The Code of Moloch. Code is more often tacit than explicit, but includes the following: respect for forging and blacksmithing, the traditional roles of a clan's chief and his wives, the tradition of selections of a new chief through challenge and combat, the custom that one who commits a crime must pay blood price to the victim for victim's relatives, the requirement that insults to honor must be avenged, recognition that to die in combat pleases Moloch. The Cult of Trinimac. Many orcs believe the origin myth in which the elven god Trinimac was eaten by Boethla, and when he was excreted he was transformed into Malakath, and all his followers into orcs. Those who believe in this elven origin of orc kind often call them Orsmer. Some orcs therefore venerate Trinimac as their god ancestor rather than Malakath. Orcs of the Trinimac cult insist that Trinimac fooled Boethia into believing he was corrupted by his passage through Boethia, when in fact he absorbed some of Boethia's strength and passed it on to his followers. In this way, the Orsmer can be seen as improved elves.
Split up! Circle around!
So I guess it wouldn't surprise me to learn that that piece of lore came from the idea that an orc looked like a chewed on elf or an ingested elf. We have here the gilded lockbox. Let's see if something's left upstairs here.
Move to flank!
It appears not. We have here a boss fight. Or a mini boss, I guess I should say. Yeah, I thought about making a language joke about where the development team most likely came with the origin of orcs, but then I just remembered that I can't use those terms on YouTube because the video will be considered mature rated or inappropriate for young people when I use that kind of language. So I kind of botched that.
Oh dear, you shouldn't have risked your life on my behalf.
Is this your lockbox? Which, again, it's not meant to be a dirty joke.
Oh my, I didn't think I'd see this again, and it's still sealed. This means the world to me. There are so many good memories in this box. Your kindness is appreciated, and here's the reward I promised you.
Alright, we get a trinket.
Risking danger just to recover trinkets for me? Our family will always remember this.
You said that only families of your family... Blah, blah, blah. You said that only members of your family can open the lockbox.
Yes, my ancestor had the box made to protect her valuables while she was at sea. The box was tied to her blood, so that only her or her descendants could open it. It's been passed down from mother to daughter ever since.
I feel like we already had that. We get level 12 here. Claim that. We add some stamina points. We commit that. We confirm. We have 2 skill points remaining. I'm gonna see what I do with that later on. I think I'd like to see if we have anything here left to discover. We're just not randomly leaving pieces out. So we're exploring Glenumbra. We have here lead, Breton well, to scry. Upon arrival, we obviously see that these buildings are on fire. We seem to have some kind of ability to get into an additional quest here.
You aren't one of the villagers.
As Wyrus Jahani here points out, we are not one of the villagers.
Who are you to nonchalantly walk through flames and forest? You smell of the city of stone. Have you come to cleave our forest? Rip up our soil? Haven't the spirits already been enraged enough by your kind?
I'm only here to help. I guess, because like, is that something you would say to a random stranger in this context?
So you say. My sisters and I serve the Beldama Weird. We have a duty to uphold. You? I don't know your true intentions. Still, we could use the help of someone who isn't quite as attached to the forest as we are. You might prove useful after all.
This was of course poor thinking in terms of design and quest writing, because she happens to address a wood elf. And she says, well, you, the wood elf, are not quite as attached to the forest. This random Nordic woman. Which makes no sense, obviously.
My sister Olina is still out there, probably trapped somewhere between the fires and the enraged forest creatures. The fires burn, our sister is missing, and the villagers are dying. Something needs to be done.
I'll deal with the fires and save anyone who's still alive. Which again, like, that's pretty generous in this context. This is very, very unnatural as far as like stories are put together and come to be, compared to just about any other side quest you would do.
Get everyone back here and we can keep them safe. For a while. In the meantime, we'll work on what to do next. And make sure you put those fires out. This building won't provide much protection if it burns to the ground.
Who are you? Do you live in the Lane's Mill?
We are the Witches of the Weird. We serve the Weird Tree and the forest as our home. If this was Breton against Breton, we would not get involved. But something unnatural caused this. The forest has been wounded, and that concerns the Beldama Weird.
You still came to help.
We stand apart, but we aren't heartless. No one deserves to die for something they haven't done.
Do you know why the forest has become so hostile?
Isn't it obvious? The people of the City of Stone caused this. They have no regard for the natural world. Nature only bends so far before it begins to suffer. Then it reasserts itself. Nature always prevails. That's why the vines appeared.
What vines?
The vines. They started appearing weeks ago, bursting through the soil and spreading throughout Glenumbra. We've never seen such vines before, and even the Weird Tree was engulfed by the strange growths. Whatever's happening, no one is safe.
Your Delane's Mill well? You have completed to collect water from the well. We now snap back to talk to Watch Captain Astanya. So I need to press 7. It says rescue the villagers now.
No more! Mura will not stand for it! You won't hurt any more of Mura's friends! These creatures show up in the night, try to take everything from Mura. This one has worked hard to make friends, find people who would accept her. Mura will not allow these beasts to kill her friends.
There are survivors. They're at the mill.
Do you speak the truth? Mura thought everyone was dead. Now you tell me good news, and hope fills this one's heart.
I would argue, culturally speaking, this is a situation that already confuses enough of the audience with it without throwing this in here as a Khajiit. The idea is here that you have, from what I can tell, Breton people who are used to living in the quote-unquote stone town, and then Bretons who still live in accordance to the old ways in nature. And what we're doing here is basically we're building a story around the disaster that takes place because of a lack of synergy with nature. And what they're doing now is they're gonna plop these Khajiit in to diversify everything, to make it more equal and equitable and everything, and that's magnificent. But the problem is that most people are going to have a problem just understanding by itself what the point of the quest is and what the context of the quest is. If you ask most people like, hey, what is this about? They wouldn't be able to tell you that it is like, yeah, this is a Breton strife between people who believe in technology and people who believe in nature. They wouldn't be able to tell you that. And so, you're gonna compound that difficulty even more by plopping these foreigners in. Right? Just because of ideological reasons.
Mura has heard tales of the witches who roam the west. Some good, some bad. This one will not turn down help, though, yes? Mura will find her way back to the mill. Just let one of those creatures get in this one's way.
Alright. We have a beautiful outlook and view here on what seems to be a kind of lake that runs out into the sea. Let's see if I can find a herb or two. We have here probably the best herb in the game, and water hyacinth. You should be able to find some fresh water here somewhere, normally speaking. But we don't somehow, which is kind of strange, given the context. We have here a whole bunch of people in some kind of fishing competition. These are players. We have here more players. More imps.
I don't want to die out here. You've got to help me.
We have Galen Tramnil in deep shock and fear and trembling like a good white boy. Are you injured?
Injured? Injured? What does that matter? Everyone's dead. I think I'm the only one left.
You're not the only survivor. Head to the mill. The villagers are gathering there.
Survivors? I'm not all alone? Oh, thank the eight. I have to get to the mill and see who else is still alive.
Galen has now become convinced that he's not all alone, and he runs back. This place seems to be all about catching fish. Docks of some kind. Dead imp.
Just stay with me. We'll get out of this somehow.
My daughter. She can't be
She's
gone.
I'm sorry. But we have to extinguish these fires somehow, otherwise we're going to join her.
This one woman seems to be counseled by this other defiant, but somewhat unfortunately put together here, and in some ways unnatural. maybe a different player came through here and corrected some of this or solved some of this. Maybe there used to be fire here. We addressed Virus Olina.
Did my sisters send you to aid us?
This is not Mother's prettiest, or whatever they say. Yes, you need to head back to the mill. And now, it's on top, of course. Quite a pathetic sequence here. Unusually pathetic. If this is the best you can do in terms of level design, then please just create solo instances.
Did my sisters send you to aid us?
Yes, you need to head back to the mill.
May the Mother Spirits guide us. I tried so hard, but I wasn't able to save more than this single villager. I'll make sure we both get back to the mill.
We have a sour expression on a sour face now.
No! My beautiful daughter! Please say something! You have to be all right. You have to be.
We have to go. We can't stay here any longer. Your daughter's gone.
We can't just leave her here like this. I have to say goodbye. Wait. What are you doing? What's happening?
Gavronis's daughter dead, feet sticking out. Beautiful little area. A bird sitting on a stone looks out into what seems to be the open ocean here. Might as well take a look at this little island while we're here. We find a runestone, which is worthless. Mud crab, which allows us to train alchemy. Unless they give us rawhide boots. We have eggs of some kind. A little bit of seaweed. We discover Dowerstone Isle. We have Douglas here. Maybe we take a nibble from that. Ravage Magica. From the Scrib Jelly. Another belt. Seems to be not very wise to be searching through backpacks because we've never gotten one single good thing. Some wormwood. Fairly useless herb. Looks a lot cooler than it really is. Excellent for trading, just because it's worthless. I believe like main property of wormwood is to ravage stamina, ravage enemy stamina, which who would want anything like that? Who needs that, relatively speaking? I guess it could help in some cases, but that's like the last thing you want to do normally speaking. Unfortunately, you're gonna have greater concerns in a battle than to ravage enemy stamina. Especially when you're going up against, like, NPC mages or...
We're trapped! Someone, help!
Your souls are bound for greater purpose, weaklings. Our Reaper will see to that.
Some kind of anchor here, some kind of Daedric anchor.
Strike! Now!
Is there any point in staying here? Mages Guild. Maybe we can brew some of that Spriggan stuff. Another interesting little thing to put in your quests. Woman on a block of wood or a couple of wooden logs, but you can't reach her. Lore book discovered. Wiresses, the name daughters. Attributed to Glarnagil the Speaking Oak. In Elven time, Geoffrey did come. A naming of creatures where did run. Where'er did run. Where'er he did run. Where'er he did run. As all was chaotic and names were unknown, his gift was a name for each beast, plant, and stone. Then all knew their places, except men and myrrh, plundered and ravaged wherever they were. I name you the Earthbones, Jeffrey decreed, lords of the forest, rock, root, and seed. This heritage nurture, henceforth be its guards, and designate worthless to act as it wards. Thereafter did word woman watch o'er the green, from tundra to forest, from peak to ravine, reminding all creatures, be it tiger or worm, of their name and their nature, their function and form. Would-be corruptors would canker the green, shall face virus warding wherever they're seen. So tread woods with caution, respect Jeffrey's way, lest weird women watching abduct you. That was in the top tree of anything we've ever read. We have here a woman by the name of Shauna Loghead, not to be confused with Sheena Shaw.
I thought I was the last one left out here. Well, get up here and fight beside me. Today is a glorious day to die.
Alright then. How many of the creatures have you killed?
Every last one of the damn things that got too close. A Nord never gives up, and a Nord never backs down from a fight. I'll keep fighting and swinging my axe until my arm falls off, and then I'll find a way to fight some more.
The surviving villagers are gathering in the mill. You should join them.
I'm not afraid to die, stranger, but I might as well do it while defending the village. Thanks for the help. I look forward to fighting at your side back at the mill.
Shauna Loghammer, a Nord with an English name and a French accent. That's diverse. We appear to be here about 117 meters away from the next objective, which would have to be the last villager. We have here Newsmash, another weak man.
It's, good you got here when you did. You were much more, merciful than I was about to be to those creatures.
Are you alright?
Ha! Better than those imps after I get through with them. Assuming you didn't kill them already. You did. Kill them all, I mean, didn't you?
The way is clear to the mill. You'll find safety there.
The mill, of course. Well, if I do run into any hostile creatures along the way, they'll regret the day they decided to invade our village.
At some point we pick up Bloodhorn necklace here, which gives us 2 necklaces to choose from, I think, among the new ones. You see all these young players here, or presumably, I don't really know if they're younger. You see all these beginning players here running directly through all of these mobs. You have to kind of wonder whether that's constructive in any way, because of course, the entire game is about farming up, you know. They're really just balls of experience that you're running away from.
Perhaps I was too quick to pass judgment on you. These people, including my sister Olina, owe you their lives.
But what it really goes to show you is that many beginning players think that the combat system is so unnatural and so contrary that they'd rather avoid squashing or small mobs as much as possible. They can't engage with these small little balls of experience points because it feels so awkward to attack them because of the combat system, right? I did what I could. You want to go and figure out how many people run away from the small mobs in Dark Souls games or in Elden Ring? Not that many.
The remaining fires should burn out soon. You did what you could, but the forest's rage has ravaged this village. It's terrible, for sure. But a small part of me is thankful that these saws won't operate again.
Okay.
My sisters and I should be able to open a path to safety, but we'll need your help again to make this work.
Seem to have a quest giver beneath us.
Why has the forest turned against this place?
We find a good-looking woman by the name of Wyrus Alini staring out into a kind of stream, I guess. Looking out into a kind of orchard, perhaps. We have some iron ore here, we don't need that. This seems to be a Breton woman.
The spirit of the weird weeps, for something drives her children mad. I fear for the innocents in this village.
What's going on here?
Something has enraged the forest. We tried to speak to the woods, to calm it, but it refuses to listen. Never before has nature refused to hear us. I fear that the land around us is dying.
How can I help?
Our purpose now is just to get these people out of here. My sisters and I can figure everything else out later. I can construct a ward to protect the villagers, but my oath prevents me from harming these creatures. I'm at a loss.
I'll take care of it. What do you need me to do?
A focus is required for the ritual to work. This torch bug, born from the soil and sap of the weird tree, will seek out untainted earth. Let's hope the corruption hasn't spoiled the entire area.
Tell me about the weird tree.
The weird tree, the spirit that gives life to this land. My sisters and I are Beldama Weird. We serve the weird tree. We came here to discover why anger infests this part of the forest.
Have you discovered anything?
No, and that worries me. The forest no longer speaks to us. We sensed that something was wrong, and that's why we came here. But beyond that, we are at a loss as to how to make things right.
What will you do with the components?
Let this torch bug fly where it will. Let it guide you to the essence of Aetherius. It will find the soil that is most pure and draw out what I need for my focus.
Alright. Torch bug. Not really seeing a torch bug currently. The quest marker guiding us to talk to Watch Captain Astania. We need to collect essence of Aetherius for the Weird Award. We have an imp here that respawned. use Weirus torching. Collect the essence of Aetherius for the Weird Ward. That's just from killing any enemy. Maybe I'm slow or something. We have here 2 Spriggans. We have here the essence of Aetherius. Seems quite a grand name for what it is. Some more encouragement to collect the essence of Aetherius here 170 meters down the road. We go into sneak mode. We launch, we gap close. The rotation is getting a lot more efficient. Let's go ahead and use the Weirus coding, teaching, or whatever, witching. A little book. Right? I can't really tell how far it is here. I can't even tell whether that's really the right spot for us. We have another imp here. Maybe you're 120 meters down the road, maybe we go up this way. Two imps. You lunge at them, gap close. A little bug going around with the weird witching. And we lost it. Is it here? No, I don't think it is, right? I don't know where it went. We increase shadow to 15. A little bug going around. Collect the essence of Aetherius. Maybe our maple leaf or maple log. Virus Helene.
I mourn the creatures you were forced to kill. They usually aren't so aggressive.
I've gathered what you need.
May the essence of Aetherius protect us all. Now please, stand back. I must perform the ritual of wording.
I'll just get out of the way.
Oh, I hope this works. There. I think that's done it. Come with me. Good. It worked. That's a perfectly fine ward, if I do say so myself.
Woman has created a kind of green barrier in the doorway.
That ward will buy us some time. Now we have to figure out what to do next.
Villagers can't hide in the mill forever.
Agreed. The mill is safe for now, but we need to get the villagers out of here. My sister Johanna has a plan to help the villagers, but we need your assistance. If you're willing to help us, please talk to her.
And we level assassination up to level 17 if we got it. Have here Claire. Gives us a stamina point. Get tough. Burn that. We get a recipe for
There's one
tarragon
last
chicken.
thing we need you to do.
And we will have to remember this place here, guys, because we're off for now. This is going to be a good point for us to take a little bit of a break. Thank you for watching. I hope I could bring some peace into your day. I'm trying to learn how to be more positive about this kind of thing. Turn it into a constructive grind. And we're gonna try to master this game. That's it. Bye for now.